Nearly 3 decades after its release, Copycat, a 1995 psychological thriller starring Sigourney Weaver and Holly Hunter, has found a surprising second life on Netflix. Quietly climbing the platform's top 10 U.S. movies list, the film currently sits at number 9 as of June 18, 2025, and holds strong in the number 7 spot globally, according to Flix Patrol. It's an unexpected resurgence for a film long overshadowed by its genre peers, particularly David Fincher's Se7en, which premiered the same year. Now, it seems Copycat is finally receiving its due, emerging as a must-watch for fans of dark, cerebral thrillers who missed it the first time around. A serial killer thriller with a psychological twist. Copycat centers on Dr. Helen Hudson, Sigourney Weaver, a criminal psychologist whose career is derailed after a traumatic encounter with a serial killer. Struggling with agoraphobia, Helen has retreated into a life of solitude, using technology to observe the world from the safety of her high-tech San Francisco apartment. Her world is upended once again when a new series of murders catches the attention of detectives M.J. Monahan, Holly Hunter, and Ruben Getz, Dermot Mulroney. When the killings show eerie parallels to the MO of infamous serial murderers, Helen is pulled out of isolation to help profile the copycat killer, who, as it turns out, may be targeting her as his ultimate victim. Released in October 1995, Copycat earned $79 million globally on a $27 million budget, a respectable run for a mid-budget thriller. Critically, it was well received, garnering a 76% score on Rotten Tomatoes, with audiences offering a more modest 64% approval. But despite solid reviews, it was quickly eclipsed by another serial killer classic of the same year, Copycat and Se7en, the 1995 Duel of Darkness. When people think of serial killer thrillers from 1995, their minds typically go straight to Se7en, and for good reason. With its nihilistic tone, haunting atmosphere, and now iconic ending, David Fincher's breakout hit redefined the genre. Se7en went on to earn over $327 million globally, becoming both a critical darling and a cult phenomenon. Its influence remains so strong that it's often used as the measuring stick for any grim detective story that followed. But what Copycat lacked in Fincher's stylistic edge, it made up for in psychological depth and character focus. Weaver's portrayal of trauma and obsessive paranoia gives the film an emotional weight often absent from its genre counterparts. Her character isn't just solving the case, she's surviving it. That personal stake elevates the suspense, turning what could have been a formulaic thriller into something uniquely intimate and unnerving. A new audience rediscovers an overlooked classic. With its reappearance on Netflix, Copycat is gaining newfound appreciation, especially from audiences who were too young or not even born when it first premiered. For fans of slow-burn psychological thrillers like Zodiac, Mindhunter, or Prisoners, Copycat offers a perfect blend of classic crime storytelling and emotional introspection. It also helps that the film hasn't aged poorly. Its themes of isolation, trauma, and digital dependence resonate more today than ever before. In an era where true crime dominates podcast charts and TV schedules, Copycat feels eerily relevant, despite being made in a pre-internet world. Why Se7en fans should press play? If you're a fan of Se7en's haunting tone and moral ambiguity, but crave a thriller that leans more heavily into the psychology of its characters, Copycat is your next watch. While it doesn't go quite as dark or stylized as Fincher's film, it brings something equally valuable: a character-driven, female-led thriller that feels just as tense and unpredictable. And now, with its placement on Netflix's top 10, it's clear that a new generation is finally catching up to one of the 90s most underappreciated thrillers. After all, in a world where content comes and goes faster than ever, it's rare for a 30-year-old film to quietly become a hit, and Copycat may just be the sleeper success story of 2025.